Alright, let me go and change the title again. Because every time I need to do this manually. I don't know how to do it non-manually. And for whatever reason, I just keep on changing my icon. But yeah, anyway, we are back. We will complete this today. But before that, this is a bad timing. I sincerely apologize, but I need to complete my at least one level of Duolingo because I haven't done it for today, and something tells me that it'll last past 12 a.m. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Alright, let's continue.
What was left of my reason was left behind in the Netherrealm, where I've been taking care of these flowers day after day, until there is now a sea of them, all while mulling over the subject of life, death, parting, and enduring in endless loneliness.
Fate is absurd indeed. Our lives were a mirrored image of one another, like a pair of hands. Even so, we walked different paths. Yet
I had hoped that maybe you would at least have a good life in this cycle. I'm sorry.
I lived my life well. It didn't go to waste.
Even though I forced the authority of granting death to humanity upon you, a total stranger.
Too many responsibilities were forced upon me in the course of this long journey. But I realized recently that if it weren't for your blessing, I wouldn't have understood the source of these emotions, nor would I have realized my purpose. I wouldn't have made it here to reunite with my missing half. And we wouldn't be discussing our past while sharing the same view of this landscape. I wouldn't have understood the meaning of our existence.
The meaning of our existence.
This sea of flowers blooms on dead land, because we sowed it with the seeds of our separation and watered it with our tears of loneliness. Yes, that's why Thanatos cannot create living beings at will. Nor can the hand of shadow determine a person's remaining days. Because the life and death of mortals should never be dictated by another's will.
Are you saying there's no point in Thanatos' existence?
No. No single being can bear the scales of life and death on their own. Not even a god. Life and death weigh equally heavy. We both know that now, don't we?
You, too, must have had a difficult life. We've taken quite the ridiculous journey together. I had a feeling, even back then, that we would meet again one day. Not to embrace one another after a long separation, but to come in search of retribution. Tell me the answer that's already been written, and let us draw. It's been far too long. I've waited here for centuries, watching day after day. I always hoped I would see you among them. But...
I know. But don't you see, Polixia? I made it back anyway. You don't have to shoulder death's authority on your own anymore. It was always meant to be held in two hands, and so, let's give our core flame to her, and have her take it back to the mortal realm. Give humanity back their cycle of life and death. Our responsibility as Thanatos was never about picking out favorite souls. We were only meant to watch over life. Let's tend the field together and create a warm sea of flowers for all the souls to come. What do you think, Polixia?
Yes, just one last step. You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be reborn with the dead flame. As foretold by the prophecy, Thanatos' authority is only destined for only one person to wield. As the crisis of our fated moment has arrived once again.
Just like before.
Yes, just like before, but unlike that time, the ones undergoing the trial this time are prepared.
You've made up your mind?
Yes, as dictated by fate. But I won't be afraid. Complete your trial in this life. Grant me the embrace of death, and light the spark of life ablaze. You've been tempered by life and death. I know you'll be able to give this wasteland its first breath of life, like a raven butterfly, flying swiftly into the nether realm.
I will. After this, I will remain permanently in the nether realm. The river of souls shall return here and rain down from the sky, scattering souls across the earth. The cycle of life and death will flow once again. This sea of flowers you sowed shall...
Just one last thing. Can you?
Of course. What is it?
Please. Don't forget me.
I promise you, when we meet in the next world, even if I have endured another reincarnation, even if we do not know each other's names, I will still hold you tightly in my arms. Just like what I did when we were born.
Casterus, you're as beautiful as a fleeting butterfly.
I will bring rest to death. And from now on, stagnant life will once again flow.
At the same time, in Archima,
Time flies. In the blink of an eye, the 15th entry hour is already... When this farce is over, your soul will be placed on the scales of life and death. Are you ready?
No need to ask so many times. Of course I am.
Then why do you drag your feet? Is your...
I simply find them too noisy. Paying attention to conceited fools like them would be
Such harsh words.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh. I did not expect...
I know myself better than you think I do. At the very least...
And they say men whose ends are nigh have but kind words. Well, that is exactly why I chose you.
Should I thank you for the compliment?
The hour of the trial has come. Do you have an answer for me? And how will you prove the veracity of your argument?
I suppose there is no point in putting this off any longer. Do you recall where we stopped?
You were saying that Amphorius's history is cyclical.
Indeed. The demigods that bear the core flames eventually become the new titans at the world's end.
Oh, for now, Calf is considered one of the titans?
Remember what happened on the Holy Mountain? Calypso, Naias. As their destined ends approached, one by one, they left this world, leaving only the twins, who are fated to succeed death. Unfortunately, while their journey is consistent with ours, you and Calypso, as well as Nikador and Naias, act as supporting evidence. I can only come up with a rough sketch for my theory of a cyclical history. For all the pains I took to reach this point, I had already lost hope of ever obtaining definitive proof. After all, the past is in the past. That is, until I met a girl named Polixia and her sister. If Castorus was truly sent from the past to the present for the Titan's self-serving reasons, then having lived through 2 cycles, and with Styxia as the pivot, she will no doubt be the link to connect all of this together. If the Twins of Death can bridge 2 cycles to reunite at the shores of the Sea of Souls, then my hypothesis will no longer be just a hypothesis. And you too will get the answer to your question.
Well, that is all well and good, but how can you be so sure? If there is even the slightest...
It matters not. The most important quality a scholar must possess is foolhardiness. Besides, I, Anaxagoras, am destined to overturn this farcical world. Come, let us go and teach those pathetic worms one final lesson.
You know, even till now, I don't think I can accurately summarize whatever's happening with
Fine.
Castorus and Polixia.
So they are leaving the final
Let those Chrysos heirs who started this terrible war hear you. Let them hear the voices of the people.
As always, that woman knows how to stir up a crowd.
Professor Anaxa, I thought you'd pass on this.
Everyone must cast their vote, or this assembly would serve no purpose.
Prof, do you truly think it's wise to entrust the fate of the world to an assembly like this?
Akama has stood strong under this system for 1,000 years. It stands to reason that there is purpose in its existence. But that is not what you're asking, is it? What you really want to know is Aglaya making the right decision in entrusting the fate of the world to you?
Nothing ever escapes you.
I didn't spend all those years teaching you for nothing. Most people only take 4 years to graduate, if I recall.
To tell the truth, I feel like I'm on my way to an execution chamber instead of a podium. So, do you have an answer to that question?
No, I don't.
I thought so.
Because that question is not yours to ask in the first place. Is Aglaya entrusting the world to you the right decision? Don't make me laugh. That is a question that woman must answer herself. Why are you fretting about this on her behalf? Or have you been seeing yourself? Listen up. I'll say this only once. Flip your perspective around and ask yourself this instead. What should I do to ensure that the world doesn't stray from the correct path? That is what you should be thinking about.
You know, for everything he's been through, Anaxa is a really good professor.
You still have time, so give it some thought. Oh, and don't bother telling me the answer. Tell it to those begging for salvation from the gods.
Got it. Thank you, Professor Anaxa.
That's Anaxagoras to you.
Who will you be voting for?
That'll depend on how well you perform. May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
loudspeaker for the assembly will be taking the stage through. The resolution will be passed after that. We kind of have reserved a special seat for you. Shall I show you to it? Yeah, fine. Alright, this way, please.
Elders and citizens, silence, Finin of Ides Elysiae, virtuous citizen of...
Much obliged.
I remember him. He's the penniless lad. Where's Lady Goldweaver? Why is she sending this?
Can this dude really face down kindness?
By Kefali above. Dear, as you look upon me, I see your fear and misgivings. Your apprehension about the discord between... Yet, before you contemplate something as grand as the fate of the world, I ask that you look close.
What?
Ides Elysiae, my beloved hometown, is a village forgotten by time. It is a place with the most invigorating breeze and wheat fields that spread all the way to the sea. How I wish I could invite all of you to that paradise, far from the noise and chatter of the world. Alas, I can't, because she, and all that she nurtured, all that I loved, they have long been devoured by the black tide. My beloved home is no more. I will never forget the day the black tide struck. My father, Hieronymus, fought with a broken sword to his last breath to protect his child. My mother, Aldada, she was ripped apart by monsters. Also, I might live to stand before you here and now. Galba, he was a hunter. But in the end, those arms that once drew a bow instead embraced Piso, his beloved son, as they both breathed their last. Pythias, the teacher, risked her life to save her students, but a burning beam fell on her, crushing her. And what of Livia, her daughter? Did she make it out alive? No, she didn't. Livia, Piso, and so many other children. My childhood friends. They were all swallowed by the black tide and turned into monsters.
You know, I have to give him this. He remembered everyone's name.
They kept saying the same thing over and over. Even up until the final moment, I finally steeled my heart and granted them eternal peace with my sword. Why, Fina? Aren't we the best of friends? That is the black tide. A looming threat that can bring Akuma to its knees any time. Kindness may have promised that with the 3 Titans of Calamity Con, Akuma will return to an era Chrysia once more, but much as it pains me, I must disappoint you. While the demigod of strife has done everything in his power to hold them back, they are still coming. By now, the name of that black-robed swordmaster, the Flame Reaper, has likely echoed throughout the city already. The roaring thunder is a message from the strife demigod. The Flame Reaper has risen from death, and they hunger for the core flames of the gods.
Lies! If such a powerful enemy is indeed approaching, why is Akuma still a picture of peace?
Would you like to go to Captain Krendos instead?
Exactly! The city of Akuma shows no signs of pandemonium or chaos. And why is that? I beg you, spare a moment to think about this. Are we able to stand here and hold this assembly in peace today because the danger has passed? No! This peace we enjoy is no gift of fate. We are able to stand here today only because the Chrysos heirs have stepped up and shielded Akuma from calamity. With her golden threads, Aglaya has preserved and continues to preserve these idyllic days that all of you hold dear. The Council of Elders claims that Aglaya will one day forsake the people because her divinity is eroding her body and soul. But ask yourselves this. Rather than offering her aid and support, why do they choose to watch and push Akama away from the Flame Chase journey? The answer that no one can bring themselves to speak of. A truth stained in blood and buried in greed, fear, and vanity. Allow me to lay it bare before you. It is because the Council of Elders, which bears Akima's history and honor, along with this citizens' assembly we once took so much pride in, are now infested with vermin.
You insolent whelp! How dare you!
It is true that Aglaya has reached her limit. Why? Because she has been working tirelessly to weave the defenses of our holy city against the encroaching evil. All while these vermin are making up baseless accusations about her and scheming in the shadows.
He's right. How's no one
Not once
had this
has she
argument?
ever failed Akama. Yet these vermin attempt to tear her apart, tarnishing her name with unfounded allegations. She may have been blessed by divinity, but hasn't her heart always stayed true to humanity? They attempt to mislead you and reduce this assembly to a crude standoff between gods and humans, but citizens of Akama. Once more, I implore you to open your eyes and look at those around you. Examine them closely. Beneath all that finery, do you see the good heart of a human or the poisonous glands of a pest? Make your judgment, then turn your gaze to the demigods whom so many of you regard as cold and merciless. Do you not see the light of humanity in them? And those who wear the mask of humanity yet utter only hurtful, slanderous words. Can you not see that their souls have been corrupted by power? Yet, no matter what your answer is, and no matter who your vote goes to, rest assured that you have nothing to fear, for Aglaya, Trebios, and I will remain your faithful guardians and pledge our lives to upholding your decision. And this vow will stay true until the end of our days, where it will be passed on to future flame chasers. A steadfast and unwavering promise that shall endure through the ages.
In an uproar, representative leaders from different cities in Akama throw pieces of pottery into the
At the
building.
present time, on the scales of Talentum, those who call for the continuation of the Flame Chase journey, and those who demand its suspension. Each faction holds an equal share of votes, resulting in a perfect balance.
As expected. This is the moment when the Flame Chase journey is the closest to its end.
And now, it's your turn to vote, Lord Anaxagoras.
What if this just like that one cutscene with like the stone hearts on Aventuring's trial. If anyone here hopefully knows which one I'm talking about. It's him.
Is there
He's the
anyone
last
else
vote.
who hasn't voted?
No, you're the last. Cast your vote with care, for your decision will break this impasse.
My guess is that Anaxagoras would somehow just break the scale apart. I don't know how. I feel like that's just something he would do. Like he won't vote any side. He'll just break the damn scale. He'll throw it off the roof or something.
I have long since made a decision.
Very well. May you bring much needed change to this farcical world. The last vote.
Can we just break the thorium? Wait, you feed this blue cube thingy here. Can we just break that apart? Like, something tells me he's gonna do something utterly blasphemous.
You've done well, Finan. Given the circumstances, delivering a rousing speech to stir up emotions was a prudent move. Thank you all for your patience. On behalf of the 7 sages of the Grove of Epiphany and the scholars of Amphorius, I, Anaxagoras, am ready to cast my vote. But before that, in the interest of fairness, Lady Goldweaver, I pose a question to you before all who are gathered here. Will you, as Finan has promised, stand by the decision made in the Assembly, regardless of outcome?
In the interests of fairness, I make no promises, lest it should influence your decision.
Very well. I thank you for your honesty.
What's he doing?
He's gonna do something crazy.
The stakes are high. Let's be patient.
Cut the act! Who do you think you are wasting our time like this?
Can we throw him off the cliff?
Lord Anaxa, please do not forget that I...
Can we throw her off the cliff as well?
Rule number 1. Do not call me Anaxa. Rule number 2. Never interrupt me. Silence is golden.
Yeah, and the text box calls you Anaxa. Bro, he literally said silent is golden and then the crowd chatted.
Just vote already. What are you waiting for?
I cannot help but wonder, is every hardship in the world something you will exploit and use to your advantage?
How else am I supposed to make use of this situation where my body and soul are separated? Oh, Circes. Or should I say Calypso? Accompany me on this final journey. Let us journey to the Netherrealm and see how she will substantiate the answer to your question and validate my decision. We need only to follow the sound of the tides. You are...
Well done, child. Just as I foresaw, you have achieved great things.
Teacher.
What a twist of fate. A blasphemer raised in the doctrines of the Venerationists. It's like a foal kicking its mother in the belly after taking all her milk.
I respect you immensely, sir, but...
You cherish the truth even more. So, child, do not be troubled by the criticisms I have borne. Do not let those voices hinder you as you forge ahead. As the sage of the Venerationists, I am duty-bound to oppose you. But, as your friend and mentor, Anaxagoras, I say, go forth, for the truth is already in your hands.
Damn, this is a really great teacher as well.
I will keep that in mind.
Go now, child. Your lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. And when you reach the end of this journey, May we meet again with the truth before us.
You have my word, sir. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
May Circe safeguard your thoughts.
You are right, Empedocles. My lonely pursuit is about to welcome a new chapter. I must be on my way now. May we meet again with the truth before us, Empedocles.
What are you waiting for? Just cast your vote.
Silence! Silence, everyone!
Behold, Circes, here at the center of the world, I shall write the final step of my proof. For this place is but one step away from the truth.
Yo, I wanna know what the truth is.
Professor, I completed the proof you wanted.
Thank you, Castorus.
The answer is plain as day. My vote goes to the Flame Chase Journey and nothing else! Elder Kindness, I have deciphered the truth of this world!
Happy final birth. He's literally punching the air out
The
of
result
happiness.
is clear. Buy carefully into Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
No! Lygus, you can't! Onyxa, what have you done? Have you lost your mind? I hope you are prepared for the harsh punishment awaiting you. Mark my words, I will make sure that...
Have you forgotten? I told you that happens to be one of my rare talents.
You put on such a grand performance. Just to aid their preposterous flame chase journey?
Performance? No, you are quite mistaken. I may be paranoid by nature, but I've always been known for my honesty. If you really understood me, Lady Kindness, you'd realize that I never had any interest in your pathetic little game of politics. Factions, standpoints, they are jokes in my eyes. I have never once switched sides.
You know what? Chat with no one in it. We will be pulling. I mean, we already will. But we will be pulling.
Because I, and I alone, am the truth.
Lady Kindness, with all the citizens here as witnesses, we should honor the spirit of democracy and I have observed that Akama has chosen her destiny. This citizens' assembly has resolved to continue.
You!
It seems not everyone is ready for the assembly to end. Very well. Let me entertain you for a little longer. By your leave, Lord Lygus.
Interesting. Elders and citizens, your attention, please. Stay for a moment more.
What is this performer up to now?
Just moments ago, all of you made a decision on the fate of Amphorius. As a supporter of the Flame Chase journey, it pleases me to see the choice you have made. But I regret to say that I still harbor doubts about this outcome.
Thus, I hereby challenge this resolution.
Tell me, who among you dare swear to Kephales's name that Era Nova will truly welcome the fairy tale ending that the Chrysos heirs have promised? A beautiful new world free of calamity and madness?
Nonsense!
No one? Must I pick somebody to answer? Very well. You, the one acting so wise and profound, in front of all present here, do you dare swear that it will happen for sure? No? Fine. Next. You, the one with ignorance written all over your face. Yes,
You. Do you dare swear by it in front of the Titan?
What are you trying to do?
Useless. Your turn, then. With that smug look of yours, you must be confident that the Flame Chase journey is the best course to take, right?
Hey! Mind your tongue!
So, no one? I see. In that case, fine then. Answer me this. Your speech was filled with such passion just now. How confident, then, are you in making this promise?
Professor, what are you doing?
Let him continue with his performance.
Will you look at that? Even Finan and Aglaya lack the courage to make such a promise. And what's even more absurd is that no one but I can promise you this new world. And yet, the Assembly passed the resolution anyway. But you needn't worry, because I knew better than to trust you good-for-nothings. That is precisely why I am here today. To give you one final lecture. Now listen up and listen well. I, Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, hereby declare everything that the Flame Chase journey promises is true. Finan of Ides Elysiae, the prophesied demigod who shall succeed Kefali, will reforge each and every one of us in the new world with his complete, intact memories.
What?
The core flame-bearing titans were the Chrysos heirs of yesterday. And the Chrysos heirs who carry the core flames today will become the titans of tomorrow. All of our souls shall endure for eternity in the miracle of the world-bearing. And all under Kefali's protection shall step into that new world.
This is pure blasphemy!
I thought the actual whole thing is that you don't believe in the Titan.
What? Are you saying that we must bow down to you and worship you even in our next lives? Enough, you blasphemous imbecile! How dare you try to deceive us with all these lies and falsehoods? How can you prove?
I told you, don't interrupt me. But since you've asked, I shall be kind and indulge you. My statements are based on my experiments on the divine body of Kefali themselves. You heard me correctly, everyone. With the tacit approval of Kindness and the Council of Elders, I fused my soul with a god through alchemy and learned the truth behind Era Nova.
What is he talking about? Isn't that pure blasphemy?
I mean, he is the blasphemous scholar.
I, the vile, wretched blasphemer, deserve nothing less than death for my sins. And the Council of Elders, which granted me consent and aided in committing this atrocity, should face punishment alongside me.
By the gods, even Kindness has betrayed Akuma.
Don't be careful. We're carefully involved.
I had no knowledge of his transgressions. He did that on his own. The Council of Elders bears no responsibility for his actions. Lord Lygus, as the esteemed Theoros, are you going to simply stand by and allow the Council of Elders to be dragged through the mud?
If the accusation is true, I will acknowledge it. If not, my conscience stands unburdened. Lady Kindness, the reputation of the Council of Elders was not built in a day, nor will it be shattered overnight. Repercussions await those who fool the people, and punishment must be meted out on those who abandon their vows. We should respect this beautiful city and her people. You, Lady Aglaya, the Gold Weaver, I humbly ask that you take on the responsibility of overseeing this judgment in the name of the fairness of Talantin and the justice of Kefali. Considering the circumstances, and in accordance with Akima's codex as the only demigod among us, you shall rightfully wield this authority.
The honor is mine to bear. Elders and citizens, silence, if you please.
I want to say this crowd of citizens are like one of the worst crowds of citizens I've ever seen. It's as bad as those found in Sumeru.
Anaxagoras
Or
of the Grove of
Fontaine, I
Epiphany
forgot.
has made his statement clear. As per Akima's codex, I request all present citizens to stand with me in exercising the right of judgment. First, Elder Kainis of Akima and Lygus the Theoros stand accused of neglecting their duties and abusing the law, leading to the egregious blasphemy against a god. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, Akima is to form a committee before the 7th action hour to conduct an investigation and disclose the findings to the public for subsequent judgment.
That's what we deserve!
Curse you!
Now, concerning Anaxagoras of the Grove of Epiphany, he has confessed to grave blasphemy against Kefali. In the names of Talantin and Kefali, the accused must be allowed to hear the people's voice prior to the execution, for a chance at a reduced sentence and possible pardon.
Professor.
Let him die! Let him die! Let him
Isn't he dying already?
him die!
Seriously, these citizens are like... I just feel like they're the most idiotic bunch I've ever seen.
What decision will you make, Lady Goldweaver?
Enough with the hesitation, Aglaya. This is not like you.
Let him die!
Then, in light of the people's voice, O Talantin on high, may you bring death upon him.
Am I gonna be revived now? A sea of flowers? What is this place?
Allow me to reintroduce myself. I bore the name of Castris while walking among the mortals. And now, I stand as the demigod of death, the living side of Thanatos. Welcome to my realm, where the west wind ends.
Mom, I made it my character arc is finally done. You know what? No, this is a serious discussion. This is the
Every
place
departed
of
soul who has arrived here has expressed the same. Did you know? Every flower here was planted by Thanatos themselves. These flowers were originally both lifeless and immortal, but in the first rain brought by the River of Souls, they were given new life, flourishing as the bearers of countless souls. And it is my duty as the Master of Death to tend to their well-being and foster their growth in this serene haven. Similar to the structured cycle of life and death in the mortal world, these flowers too shall wither and fade, returning to the earth and then ascending to the sky with mist and tides. Eventually, they will descend to the mortal land as gentle rain. Every soul undergoes the perpetual cycle of reincarnation, albeit in varied forms, until the world meets its end. Yet, sadly, There's no time left for Emphorius to wait for when the flowers bloom again. No. Death is the power at my fingertips. It once led the souls of the deceased here, but I shall open the gate of the Netherworld and return you to the realm of the living. In exchange, please, take the core flame of death with you and complete the flame chase journey. Do not let our work thus far be in vain.
Wait, hold on. If I take the core flame of death back, hold on. Wait, I don't know how the succession things go. I thought you needed the core flame in order to succeed. You don't? So Cass just succeeded death, just like that. And then I can take the core flame back to the vortex of Genesis. That's how it goes. I thought it's like a one-to-one thing. You're not going back?
Just like the other demigods, I will stay here and embrace my destiny. That being said, it is not easy to guide a lost soul back to the mortal realm. The whispers of death are sweet and alluring. If your determination wavers, you will succumb and be forever ensnared by the Netherworld's grasp. Please consider this a one-time exception. I will do everything in my power for the flame chase journey, and for your life, the only life I can save.
I'll do my best.
I am glad to hear that.
Over here!
March?
I believe in you.
Temptation and leave the Netherrealm. Can I just look at my mission handbook first? Hold on. It's not easy to return. Do not turn around. Look forward. Leave the Netherrealm and return. What? I can't. Can I pan my camera backwards? Can I? If there's death behind me. Okay. Can I not run?
Grace awaits you. Such a sweet joy.
Lift your chin up high! Step forward with us toward tomorrow!
That's right. Keep your eyes on the dawn.
Onward. Show me your courage.
Partner.
How is it that we've only have
We
like
shall become
March,
heroes
Casper, and
together.
Firefly? Because the rest of them are like the Emphorians. Finally. Thank you, Hafterith. Since I've already made it to the end, maybe I can have one last glance at the Sea of Flowers. Oh god, this is so scary. Don't turn around, keep looking forward. Fear not, as the touch of red will be awaiting you at the end of the path. Acheron? It'll guide you and illuminate the way out. By doing so, you will eventually reunite in the warmth of the sunlight. How is Acheron not voiced? What's this? What in the world are these shadows and voices?
All of this is proof that you once lived. Your soul Your memories, the years you've journeyed through, and the path they revealed, leading you back home. So, continue onward. Do not stop moving forward, and do not let her sacrifice and the support of all who have stood by you be in vain.
Over here, friend!
Then?
Take my hand! Let's go home.
Man, what on earth are you? Goodbye, Netherrealm. Hello again. Hello again! We're going back. Alive! Hopefully. Let the trailblazing continue. Holy shit, I can't believe we just got revived from the dead. I'm back.
At last. I knew you could do it.
So, when people theorize that this image is because of the Trailblazer dying, it's not really that she's dying. In fact, she's doing the opposite. She's returning back.
Your soul is still perfectly whole. As if some kind of force is trying its best to keep it together. Is it Ornyx's final blessing? Or is it a miracle of your own?
God knows.
It's truly incredible. Such a strange surge of familiarity. So hard to describe. Perhaps it is fate, once again fulfilling its own design. Or perhaps it is the loss from beyond the sky, so familiar to you, that intertwined our fates long ago. It seems that this is the riddle which cannot be solved anytime soon. The sensation of becoming a demigod is truly wondrous. It's as if the river of souls is winding its way through the depths of my spirit, transforming with each breath into a... Do you recall that prophecy? At the end of the sea of flowers, the souls of the living shall warm thy fingertips, and after an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. I promised you that I would do everything in my power to give it another meaning. Now, as I stand as a demigod, and destiny draws to a close, I can finally end it in a way that is as beautiful as it deserves.
Okay, wait, let's look at the prophecy again. The end of the soul of the living shall warm thy fingertips. This is about the Trailblazer all along. After an embrace, there shall be eternal separation. Wait, we gotta leave Castris forever? I mean, it says eternal separation, but then Castris somehow returned to Poexia's side, so it's technically not really eternal separation. I don't know, the prophecy's weird. But I agree. There's a pretty nice way to spin about it. I mean, look, in the prophecy, there's like no mentioning that it has to be a family member. So she fulfilled the prophecy by just sending Trailblazer back.
The wish I once sought, but could never grasp, is now within reach. In this brand new world, every blooming life will lift its arms in celebration and recount the profound meaning of this very instant. Every touch, every embrace we share will never again be an ice-cold loss. They will radiate with an intense warmth, sowing love far and wide throughout the land. The other shore is very cold. May I borrow your warmth one last time? Thank you for fulfilling this wish of mine. The place I'll be going to is what humans call the Land of Sorrows. But But with this heartbeat and the residual heat of this embrace, I shall turn the nether realm into a gentle place of rest. This embrace may be brief, but it's the proof that I once lived. Farewell, then. May we reunite in the new world.
So would the casters not have
That
the curse
grand
of
and absurd
death
performance
ever
was what
again?
you've been seeking your whole life?
That grand and absurd. Oh wait, his wife. Oops.
I gave up everything in search of truth. And it culminated in this very moment. You, on the other hand, performed as I expected. You did not hesitate when you saw the chance to attain power. It's as if you...
Crave power, like a fly craves rot.
Those are your words, not mine.
But what you said at the end, did you already know what I had planned for Thainan?
I may have lost an eye, but my vision is clearer than anyone else. You've nearly exhausted your humanity. You're no different from my current state as a walking corpse.
That's true. I've long since burned to ash over the past 1,000 years. Only he is capable of unleashing a raging fire that rivals our final great enemy, Aquila.
So, this is our last chance. How about we let go of the bad blood between us? May I resonate with your core flame, Aglaya?
Please do.
That's impossible. To persist with your soul thinned to such an extent. You're insane.
Just as you fight to lug your corpse onward to complete your unfinished goals, I have my own reasons for doing this. Until Thainan grows into his position as the prophesied leader, I must continue to lead everyone on the flame chase journey. I must keep inching forward, even if only as an empty shell.
I've long predicted this was the case, but I didn't think you'd already lost so much. How ironic. We would have avoided so many misunderstandings if you and I had just spoken this candidly before. But casting aside our ideological differences, there is one thing you and I agree on.
Thainan.
Yes. He was born to be a hero. He understands the hearts of the people, and I can confidently say he is a far better leader than you. Only he is capable of fulfilling your mission. Sadly, he is a man cursed by Nestia. But by my estimates, his horribly elaborate sense of style should not impede Aranova.
With horribly elaborate sense of style. But like, what the... I mean, he's a man cursed by Nestia. So... If I remember correctly, and I might be wrong about this, but like Thainan's greatest weakness is how he couldn't let go of stuff. It's like, cause the rest of the Cryosphere are so ready for like sacrifices while he's still holding on. I think that's what he meant, and not like anything else.
Congratulations are in order. We found common ground at the very end of our destined paths.
Proof to think that common ground is fine on himself.
When you put it that way, it makes me want to take back what I said.
Aglaya, we're back. Come welcome our great hero reborn from the ashes.
I hope he didn't hear your earlier assessment.
It wouldn't be the first time I criticized him. A man should be aware of his own shortcomings.
Okay, I got the core flame of death. I probably should not play with Cass right now. Not, I'm the Trailblazer. Let me read the mission real quick. Went for the temporary hall. Continue for the heavy blow. Don't die,
I'm
Annette.
glad. But I don't see Castris among your number.
It looks like she not only helped me prove my theory, but helped you fulfill your mission as well.
She finally understood her origins and completed her trial. I believe she'll always be at our side. She will be by our side, spiritually.
I agree.
She might not have been able to change her fate, but she still wrote the final verse of her epic herself. Dreamin, please recite the prophecy for us. Trailblazer, please surrender that scalding cool flame for us as well. You are the only life she ever saved by her own hand in her 1,000 years on this earth. I believe no one is more qualified for this noble task.
Damn, Cass is 1,000 years already? Wait, but which one? Like, from the previous cycle till now, or like the current cycle?
O gods who have returned, and gods who are still watching, today we bring you a soul laid bare. The Hand of Shadow, Thanatos, remembered their name from the past. From daylight they came, and to their fragrant dwelling they return, to walk now among your ranks. And there was one who joined hands with the Titan, a traveler risen from the dead, and reborn among mortal kind. She is the everlasting night, and shall now proclaim in her good name, O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. Step forward, Trailblazer from beyond the sky, and together with us, surrender the core flame and carve their star into the sky.
Goodbye, Castris. We can hold off. We're doing this a second time.
Constellation for death.
For life and death, to be more precise.
Look! It's...
Is that Castris?
No, it's only a divine echo. I think she's here for the trial.
What did she say?
That's the language of the Titans. Castoris... No. The Titan. They said, I have illuminated the cold shadow of death.
Onwards. For your path to the future is bright and its flame eternal.
She made quite a scene. I suppose it's my turn now.
I won't stop you.
Professor, you...
What's with that look? You were present, so let's get this execution over with. We wouldn't want to bring shame to Akima's divine laws or keep me from creating a new world.
You never change, do you, Professor? I don't understand. If your theory is correct, you'll lose all memories of your past life once you become a Titan. So what's the point of becoming a god?
Of course there's a point. Even if I forget who I am, I'll still have my brilliant mind. It goes without saying, I'll find a way to retrieve memories of my past life. Besides, I still have you, don't I?
I still don't really understand what you said during the assembly. Even if it were true, things reforged from memory could never be the same as the original anyway.
Then allow me to tell you right now that you're wrong. What exactly are we? My answer is that the Chrysos heirs are the future Titans and vice versa. Of course, this answer only applies to us. So, what are we when it comes to regular mortals? The very essence of the world, our souls, are tiny invisible seeds that hold records of each person's memories of the world. And we are the buds that sprout from these seeds to grow into great trees.
Is that what new sporism means?
Correct. Once our physical bodies are born, we become new extensions of the world. From there, we plant our seeds into someone's memories, and then scatter them into the hearts of countless people in the future. Just as seeds are affected by their environment, so too will our appearances differ across memories. But the partial memories we carry will always be the same, because that is just how the world is. To destroy our very existence, one must destroy the world itself. But we have someone who will still live on with his perfect memory. That person is you, child of Kefali. This is what it means to be the world-bearing Titan.
So basically, a forest will cycle again. Everyone will lose its memories, leaving only the world-bearing Titan.
So,
who remember
carry everything of this world and live on. Don't disappoint those most precious to you. Don't disappoint Lady Goldweaver, and especially, don't bring dishonor to my theory.
Anaxa, I swear to you, I'll lead everyone to our reunion in the new world.
Good. That is all I have to say. Farewell, everyone. May we meet again in the next life.
Farewell, great performer. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Look him in the same way. May Circes safeguard your thoughts.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Titan?
Very. I hereby swear I have borne witness. Anaxagoras of the New Sporists and the Grove of Epiphany has successfully overcome the trial of reason. Thus, I shall confer upon you these words. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship.
Oh damn, that's his prophecy.
Oh, so that's a god's prophecy. It sounds like you just rephrased my past, present, and future.
You have a future? Wait. You shall transcend the peaks of purity and return to corruption and hardship. I don't think this one is as straightforward, or I'm just dumb. Kaf's prophecy is more straightforward. Like you can just kind of get it for what it means. This one is like okay, let me think. What on earth is the peak of purity? I think this whole thing is basically about the truth. It's like this is just, I'm not a theorist, otherwise I would be a theory channel by now. Peaks of purity might have been like the life of the world. And then corruption and hardship is the truth and the meaning behind it. I don't know. I think.
Oh, Cersei.
I don't think it's that straightforward.
Is that all you've got?
Well, you've already transcended the peaks of purity. And you were never the type to give me any leeway.
That is true.
But I do still have one question.
I knew it. What is it? Maybe we're thinking of the same thing.
As you've so boldly stated, we and the world itself live on through the memories of others. If that is the case, whose memories did the very first new spore sprout from?
It's an interesting question.
How should I know?
Oh my.
But since we are both equally curious, we should allow the children of humanity who come after us to investigate in our stead.
Rejoice, Cersei's. I sow the seeds of suspicion in the new world with your soul! And now, the objective is complete. That is all.
Bro, is he gone?
Thankfully,
Just like that?
she's still alive.
Alright, hold on. If Alexa like just truly gone or like he's fully merged his soul with Sir Thief. Oh wait, didn't he not have a soul? I don't know.
Was March 7th also in this condition when she was first rescued by the Express?
Her condition was very similar. It's just that at that time, the Express did not have a memo keeper who could diagnose her condition.
But she still woke up naturally. Looking on the bright side, that might happen this time as well.
When March awakened from the ice, her memories were completely wiped clean. I want to prepare for the worst and prevent something like that from happening again. Can you share with us your hypothesis?
I do not have conclusive evidence, but judging by her current condition, perhaps March 7th's memories have been hijacked.
Hijacked?
Think about it, Miss Himiko. What will happen when someone loses their ability to remember?
I'm not a biologist, but I hear that death of a species of fish on one rock that has the memory span of less than a second. It forgets anything that occurs in the very next instant. Perhaps something similar will happen.
Unfortunately, short-term memory is an entirely different concept from the inability to remember. Perhaps it is difficult for you to imagine, but an individual who has lost their ability to remember turns into nothingness.
Nothingness?
The belief of the Garden is that everything in this universe can be interpreted through memories. This is the driving force behind the continuance of this path. The past is made up of memoria, while the future is a possibility that will eventually be converted to memoria. But the present, it doesn't really exist, and it's only an abstract expression. Therefore, when a person is affected by the path and loses their ability to remember, their physical form will also be affected. These ice crystals are a manifestation of that.
Miss Black Swan, there's one thing that I haven't looked into deeply until now. You've guided us to Amphorius, but refused to tell us your true intentions. Collecting memories is simply not a convincing answer.
Is Miss Himiko suspicious of me?
I mean no offense. I am merely speculating. But I'd appreciate your honesty if possible.
In other words,
Now is the time for me to prove my innocence. That's not a problem, of course. The true reason behind my intentions is that Amphorius holds special significance. For some memo keepers of the garden with extremist views, it is a perfect example.
Perfect example?
A world that can only be seen through the garden's mirror means that memo keepers have the right to keep the world in their private collection. If those Pathstriders of Remembrance were to uncover the secrets of Amphorius first, they might unleash their wild ambitions and remodel more worlds into a similar form.
So the reason you did everything you could to convince the Express to come to this Star Zone is just to uncover the secrets and foil the plans of these people?
I chose to remain quiet before, because I did not want to involve you in the Garden's internal conflicts.
Remodeling a world is no easy feat. These extremists likely aren't just simple Pathstriders. Do they wield the power of Emanators?
You can be even bolder with your guesses. The people that I'm talking about, they aren't just individuals. They are an organization that has already attached itself to the pinky finger of Fu Li.
They be the ones who hijacked March 7's memories?
I cannot be certain, but at the very least, they are capable of doing so. I am deeply sorry about what has happened to March 7th, but the deal that I propose still remains a fair one. Amphorius is still an excellent destination, and investigating further might allow us to uncover the truth behind the accident. Miss Himiko, the wisest choice right now is for us to continue cooperating.
What's wrong?
Let me take back a part of what I said just now, Miss Himiko. Although we indeed struck a deal, it seems like I have involved you in some unforeseen danger. Please accept my deepest apologies.
Has something changed?
It's Fu Li. Their gaze has just swept across Amphorius.
Oh, how interesting. I never expected a mere memo snatcher to be actually hiding so much inside her head. What's even more interesting is that the word Amphorius has appeared in her subconscious.
This lady seems to be having fun. Is she usually like this?
It's, hard to explain.
What are you two whispering about? Has it not occurred to you that I can hear everything clearly?
Oh, please pardon me, Madam Herta. Would you mind sharing with us what you've discovered?
The ones who need help are the Astral Express. You will have to put up with my methods, even if they are rather unconventional. Let's get back to the topic. By using the fourth mirror, I rummaged through the brain of this memo snatcher and learned a good deal. Not only does this person know of Amphorius, but there are also many memo keepers who are interested in the place. I searched through her consciousness and found the following terms: the Eternal Land, the Rejected Land, and the private collection of the Garden of Recollection.
It seems like Miss Black Swan is indeed hiding some things from us.
Since I'm not able to find any useful clues from the outside, why don't I personally visit this mysterious Amphorius?
You're planning to head to Amphorius yourself?
Yes, but not in the flesh like you all foolishly did. See these Herta mirrors? With them, I can project my data spirit entity to any corner of the cosmos through spatial warps, without even needing to leave my room. But of course, these corners of the cosmos must be within the coverage zone of inter-astral peace communications. After all, this is collaborative technology.
I see. You do seem like the more indoor type.
Although that star zone is not within the network of the IPC, the Express itself can serve as a signal station. Come, give me the astral chart coordinates, then sit back and enjoy the show.
Well, shares the Astral Express's coordinates with the Herta.
Alright, now that everything is ready, mirrors, get to work.
Hold on. Let me clean it up.
Thank you, Madam Herta. Companion...
Welt, this young man sure is courteous.
Madam, watching you work has been an enlightening experience for me. It's hard to imagine your calm and collected nature is truly a...
This brat. Why does everything that comes out of his mouth sound so snarky? First mirror, input the coordinates. You'll be in charge of the spatial warp.
As you command, Madam Herta. The preparations are complete.
Second mirror, prepare for the thought refraction. There's still some distance from the Astral Express to the Amphoria's celestial body. You're in charge of sending me over. This time, raise the power to the maximum. Don't be stingy.
Okay, I won't fail.
Third mirror, you're in charge of generating the data spirit entity.
I'm a What kind of...
Good question. Let me think. Forget it. Just use my own appearance. There's no one there that'll recognize me anyway.
As you wish.
I mean, Trailblaze was there. But then again, Trailblaze has never seen the Herta.
Fourth mirror, you'll be in charge of... It seems like I have nothing for you. Just stand by and wait for orders.
Standing by again. That's so boring. Next time, can you count down from 4 instead?
Nah, I thought that's one of the return to first mirror and prepare for the
Preparation of the data spirit entity complete. Thought refraction at max power. Excellent. The first mirror. Let's get going.
Have a safe trip, Madam Herta.
May your journey yield good results.
Coordinates input complete. Preparing to active spatial warp countdown. Warp activated.
Oh! So that's Amphorius? Its appearances. Second mirror. Prepare for thought refraction. It's time to send me in.
Alright! Please read the safety protocols carefully.
Can't you hurry up?
Yes, ma'am.
I didn't expect it to be so turbulent. I should have asked the second mirror to use slightly less power. What a magnificent sight. Let's see. Perhaps. What's this? A statue? It's up. What's this? How creepy. Oh, it moves? Who are you trying to scare? Oh, I finally found your traces. How esteemed must you be for the great Herta to come out personally? When we return, get ready to become free labor for the simulated universe for the rest of your lives.
Only if you give me stellar jades.
It's either a projection or a fake. There doesn't seem to be much to take note of.
My deepest apologies, esteemed lady. I'm afraid that you cannot proceed further.
Who's there?
Your visit, although not part of my calculations, is a pleasant surprise. It's a pity that the preparations are not yet in...
Are you not going to answer my question? Who are you?
I have many identities, and I'm going to have even more in the future. Lycurgus. Lygus.
All right, Lygus. But you can't possibly think that I'm just asking for a name, can you?
Regrettably, I do not have the authority to share more infamy. However, standards are always flexible. while not violating the ultimate agreement. Now, please, kindly turn back. Amphorius...
You seem to understand me very well. Then you should know that I have no reason to listen to you.
Your reaction is completely within my calculations. Despite my long years as old, but my answer remains unchanged. Madam, it is with the utmost...
Let's assume for a second that I'm not so well-mannered, and that I insist on uncovering the secrets hidden behind you, Mr. Light. How do you plan to dispel this notion of mine?
Within the scope of the ultimate agreement, there are 178,244 logic chains. After filtering through them, I have determined that I only require 3.
Oh? I'm all...
First, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, Amphorius is a completely isolated celestial body. Apart from me, no one else will be able...
That's not a good argument.
Second, if your plan is, as you've alluded to, just like you, I have basked in the gaze of the erudition. I stake my honor and assure you that in the worst case scenario, our mutual destruction will be inevitable.
Oh, he's a erudition. What is it called again? Hold on, give me a sec, shit, I forgot what it's called. I forgot. Oh, I have a brain fart. It's the thing that they call the Herder and Acheron. It's like the level of Earth Pathrider. It's Emanator, yeah. So is he like an emanator of erudition as well? And in fact, okay, the fact that he knows what is the erudition is highly suspicious.
Oh, no wonder I couldn't find a back door. When I did a scan of our surroundings, the safety protocols on you are comparable to Screwy's. How interesting.
I assume that you still wish to hear the third logic chain.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
Third, even if you exhaust all, you will surely give up once you understand the consequences of your actions. After all, throughout your long life, as much as you'd hate to admit, your conscience has played a crucial role.
What a brazen robot. But since you put it that way, why don't you tell me what these consequences will be?
It concerns the third path that is entangled with Amphorius. A path that you and your friends still very much lack understanding of. The destruction. So, if you ignore my warnings and persist in your ways...
So, destruction is the third one. So, okay, so Amphorius is governed by 3 paths: erudition, remembrance, and destruction.
You will break the shackles of a Lord Ravager. And when that happens, their fury will engulf the cosmos.
Hey. She sank into a sea of flowers for karma, and he turned to ash as the answer. The farewell experience during your travels. Head to the book and write it down. Huh? What's the golden scapegoat? Head to Dawn Cloud, blah blah blah. Okay. Look, I'll get it done later. Alright. Let me see. Braved level 40, huh? Public fear. Okay. Alright. Time, I guess we have more maps to explore now. So, for Evernight, hold on. This is Demigod Council Dawn. Okay. Okay. Outworld Vortexes. So there is only still one Outworld. For Dawn, there's a new place. Demigod Council Dawn Cloud. It's not that big. I mean, it's only like, it's a straight line. This entire map is just one straight line. We can't even explore like the sides. I mean, it's probably a good thing that we can't, cause like this like fully zoomed out and it's that big. But the places we do get to explore is only like so far. And then for Evernight we have Stickfield. Stickfield's huge. What the hell? It's like the biggest. I mean, in terms of wait. Okay, Genophobus has 35. That's 31. Okima makes sense to be big. But damn, 37? Okay. Only 3/4. Impressive. Mormon Woods has like 5/4. This one has 3. And one of these areas. I don't think I'll stream exploration. I usually don't stream exploration at all. I could. I mean, I could, but like, I don't know if anyone wants to watch that. Not that I usually have an audience anyways. Bro, how did you die? You missed the part 2. Okay, let me explain the story so far. From my understanding, before I end the stream, I'm just gonna give a summary of 3.2. Now I'm not the best interpreter of stories. Okay? I could be getting everything wrong. But so we have 2 main characters, Castereth and Anaxa. This is basically about them. Now it starts off with Anaxa. Actually no, it starts off with the damn Council of Elders. So the Council of Elders like the politics, and they want to stop the flame chase, but in essence the reasoning is that they just want to assert power for their own. Cause like the rest of them are like demigods or powerful humans with golden blood inside them. Who wouldn't want power? Who wouldn't want to be like, if like, they feel oppressed by these gods, so they want power back. And they spread propaganda, blah 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 blah. And thus we have the beginning scene where like, we're gonna cast a democratic vote on whether the flame chase journey gets to continue or not. And the audience, us essentially, is like, we were misguided to think that maybe Anaxa will like side with the Council of Elders, cause he's always so like against Aglia. They are all like opposite sides and blah blah blah. And so even Aglia is afraid that Anaxa's gonna fuck up their plans. So that's like the first 2 hours of the story quest. I think first 3 hours even. That's the whole premise. Now and then the Castereth comes along. Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't fully understand what's going on in the middle, with like the whole proving theories and Castereth's whole identity as a whole.
Nice.
Because for Anaxa, he's just there to prove his theory, to prove his hypothesis. He's there to learn the truth. He doesn't really give a damn about the Council of Elders, as seen in the final feed. He's just there for his own reasons, essentially. Now, he studies alchemy, and he also studies something to do with the soul for whatever. And his theory, I think, was like, oh, can you fuse a mortal soul with a titan's? It's not can you, it's more like, if you do, what will happen? Or is it a can you? I forgot, something to do with fusing mortal souls and the gods. So back in like 3.1, he kinda purposely died when the black tide goes and affects the grove of Epiphany. He went and protect everyone, but then at the same time he took that opportunity to kinda die, so that Furfies have a chance to enter his body and like quote unquote save him. But he's really just doing it just to it's a whole grand experiment essentially. It's like, let's see what will happen if the god's soul enter my body. So that's why Furfies is following him around everywhere after that. Now, is his soul dead? I don't know. Okay, first of all, I forgot. Secondly, it's kind of vague. Because then Furfies is whole like, oh, once your soul fully dies and I can't save you anymore, I'll just take over your body. But as you can see, he turned into ash. He's just gone. If he's dead, if he's alive, or if he's never gonna appear ever again, I don't know. In fact, there is one. Okay, actually, we still have time. Before we end the stream, okay, I'm gonna do this quickly. I need to access the book. Yeah, this book. So, let's see what stories we can write, okay? Let's get Hyacinth done first. Cause like, she doesn't have that much of an arc going on right now. Her and Cypher's story is like the next update, because she'll be released as a playable character in the next update. So yeah, Healer of like Hyacinthia, that's her full name, but everyone just calls her Hyacinth.
Is this courtyard a tad too small?
It's okay, Clementine. As long as it provides warmth and...
I'm kinda lazy to read all of this. Oops.
Welcome to the Twilight Courtyard. How can I help you?
Long time no see, Hyacinth. Are you here in Akama for a visit?
Wow, there's light.
Holy shit, no. I didn't realize the book has auto mode. I was reading in my heart and I was like, wait, why is it flipping so fast? Oh my god, they leaked her playable animations. Okay. I should say this for the VOD later. I do indulge in gameplay leaks. I don't indulge in story leaks. But for I've seen Hyacinth's gameplay animations, and I swear, this is one of her idols, I think. It's either her skill or her idol. They leaked it here? Alright, who's next? Let's go with Cass. Born with an evil curse at hand, dipped in a wheel, cinnabar, and white red to personally decorate the place of the dead, skill of it to bestow beauty on anyone, even transforming their appearance completely. Many skills were born out of her seclusion, and by painted her dwelling in a gloomy vision. Only a select few have set foot in this mansion, and the thief and the weaver were two such lucky persons. The girl converses with all items in the house, with specimen, tea set, even pillows in profusion, as if she can hear the response of these non-living things. I have always
lived in isolation. Out of courtesy, this is how I practice my words and actions.
Oh, she's so lonely. It's hard to believe her explanation. Her face when talking shows such a gentle disposition that unless she's telling fabrication, she must regard her partners as mere children. You know, this reminds me, in part 2 of the playthrough, she promises like 80% of her savings to Cypher. And like she only reserves 80% because she needs 20% more to live. But technically she now resides in the nether realm forever and ever. So technically Cypher can just take 100% of her savings. She doesn't need it anymore. But I mean, I don't think Cypher's that bad. People pass these rumors down within the area of our encirclement. All things become frozen, escaping time increment, refrigeration. There is certain people only find an ancient lion's head in battle.
Those words are true.
Head itself was nearly dead.
Though they won in fierce battle, the warriors were powerless to turn the tide. It was the embrace where death dwelled that gave early release from their pain.
If how death escapes time, she keeps every final embrace hidden in her immortal heart. Out of her numerous works, butterflies and flowers often stand out stark. Ignite them and you can almost hear the maker's remark. Even in death's silence, her sound can still be heard. It is a gift greatly treasured by the maiden. Few have the honor to be graced with such work. Only one has the heart to burn such a gift, and the reason she gives is rather far-fetched.
I must peer into all fates unknown.
Is that Aglia? The power of time is boundless, but there is one thing
abominable in humans' eyes. Apart from my identity, there's nothing about me worthy of praise.
The beloved gold weaver hears this in distress, then tries to teach her the art of weaving and threads. It has been said that the maiden has works that the holy city possesses, but this is the judgment of the gold weaver.
Well, none can know all things, nor be skilled in all crafts. Her works are too early for the living to comprehend.
Damn, she's only at her second chapter? The Nexus also in the second chapter. The tale buried in history. One day a student evaded in victory, dashed around the
I
grove's
saw
territory.
the spell the professor carved on his body.
The youth with white hair was beside him.
It must be a power most secret. A means for one man to stand against 1,000.
That spell was rare indeed, for it was a secret way to overturn the cart of hay. The scholar was still a mortal body, as yet to snatch life from death, or to reforge a new flesh through a god's remedy. Various minutes cricket parody, he studied them all, crafting scheme, also busy for everyone knows, he wishes not to use the divine power that is his, refusing rightful custody. And in that unwitnessed moment of his death, final tragedy, he still held the hay cart spell steady, standing alone facing an evil enemy. Bro, why does his all rhymes? Also, what on earth is a hay cart spell? Like, in my head, a hay cart is like a cart with hay in it. Now that craft is regarded as a magnificent study, not because of what it was, but because of its purpose known to everybody. In fact, he once crafted miracles, forging silent servants using forest vehicles, though no sentients know they do their job without obstacle, rivaling Titan King in spectacle. However, one day he suddenly changes his too.
Creation is the Titan's work, and slavery is the Titan's manacle. When imitating divine evil, there's no need to invest reason, most pinnacle.
So why does your entry just keep on rhyming? I swear the others do not rhyme. When the sermons have all been recycled, he deigns not to explain, fearing to waste his reason or muscle, so he jokingly concludes the questioning with a chuckle.
If it's just for odd jobs, students are a better gamble.
The way he addresses himself comes from elsewhere, an imitation of a divine machine with some flair. He happily answers 5 questions for those unaware, knowledge freely
For a
given
wise one,
care.
5 answers reveal creation's secrets, the truth hidden and bold. But a fool learns but not, and is left in the cold. Now, inquire.
That is in fact the scholar's crafty snare. He hides the answer he seeks behind questions posed by those unaware, throwing breadcrumbs as bait to mirror and compare whether the inquirer may be worthy of wisdom to share. The scholar never looks at laws and measurements, ignoring the flow and shift of time's passage, and uncomprehending students gossip in eager regiment.
He is panicked by the flow of time, for his work is yet done, yet to implement.
This man is too arrogant, and he intends to desecrate Orynyx's accomplishments.
Yeah, I'll just skip all of this. Outside the courtyard, the gossip flows into the scholar's ear. He finally gives a grade to every question and argument, but none know the true answer according to his judgment. Can't make the last one rhyme as well. So yeah, he's also on his second chapter. Is there more? More to him, perhaps? Because like for example, such as Treebeef, she's already on her 4th chapter. And there's only like 1 more chapter till the end. Because Treebeef's story has been like widely explored in the previous update already. Everyone's story will deep. What is a god exactly? Someone like me. Difference between god and god. Why would anyone ever want to become a god? Well, you stumped me there. There's nothing that can be done. I forgot how strange. If I keep asking, I don't know. There's more stories to write. Holy shit. That's a lot. Man, Mighty's at his 4th chapter already. I don't want to let him go
Die
yet.
for glory is not eternal sleep.
To lie all custom criminal schemes.
The world after death is superior to reality and basks in light.
But such base poems the Crown Prince would not be.
Cowards who dare not to look death in the eye.
He declared this on the day he returned from the stream of souls.
Longing for a martyr's heaven and reciting self-deceiving stories.
His words are sacrilege reincarnate, more arrogant than his blood and family.
True warriors should treat that paradise with spite.
You know, I'm gonna proceed with these like faster if I can. Waiting for okay. Dave, my lean forward. He asked if he still as ticklish as he was when he was a child. He does not answer. Probably is.
Therefore, a traitor who does not inherit...
Never turning back in war, he seizes all up.
Your glory lies not in death.
Did you...
There's...
Damn. I guess I'll do Agrias next. Oh my god, her story's damn long.
Miss, so I can know what... My mistress, I have brought you shame.
Why are those that appear so fair in... If you no longer have the power to see, then with my destiny...
Honestly, I'm still curious, like, why aren't we shown how Agria have gotten her, have completed her trial and all that? So I feel like we'll know Cypher by the next update. Speaking of Cypher, apparently she has a card now. I think this is like chapter 1. Yeah.
The first story is titled The second story is titled
Even the best athlete could never catch up to this turtle.
The third story I will tell is titled A Competition in Trickery. Who do you think is the Grandmaster?
I think the world is a gourd.
In truth, we are all already dead. The fourth story is called You Like Money. Cyphra, you took another long journey.
And we want to hear your fun stories!
The dawn will never cease, and the thief star wanders in foreign lands. How would you know that I am not lying right now?
My favorite, one of the more interesting ones. Like, I want to know how she passed the trial and got the core frame of trickery from Factories. Also, how is her special power like speed? It's kind of odd, not gonna lie.
Before people pass away, I write down these poems.
He and I clearly wish to kill and tear each other apart. But in your eyes, you think we are close, unable to part.
That finals voice? Fit.
This is truly difficult to write. My duty is to lead the living to the end. I cannot think of a fitting end for a poem. What she brings is not only death. Apart from death, there is something else that is worth remembering.
So, I'm expecting Cass to at least reappear one more time in the story, considering her chapters only until chapter 3. You are over until chapter 3.
Do not make him your enemy, even though he may seem frail and weak.
He may seem cold and unkind, but he sees through human emotions with just a peek.
All is science, and human wisdom knows no bounds. Both martial prowess and emotions are knowledge that can be found. If this road is easy to walk, then future generations will not praise my name in piety.
I don't want it to be over. Okay. Back to the summary. Where was I? I was talking about politics. Okay, now let's move on to caste. So, Castus and Polyphia are twin sisters from the previous cycle. Because all of this is apparently a big old cycle. So, last time, her sister is the one that became the Titan of Death. And she did that by essentially cutting out Castus's heart and surrendering it to pass the trial. Cause I don't know why they have to specify it has to be a family member, but like essentially these twins, their whole shtick is like, oh, we were born to essentially become the demigod of death, however due to this prophecy, only one of us can be the demigod with it. So Cass sacrificed herself for her sister to become the demigod. But due to alchemy, Polyphia went and revived Cass, and by the wrath of equivalent exchange, it in turn made her dead in the mortal realm while Cass is alive. Because now suddenly they are both the side of the coin or whatever. So Cass represents the life side of the life side of the Titan of Death, while Polyphia represents the death side of the Titan of Death. And by Titan of Death, their full name is actually Life and Death. That's why they are twins, that's why there's two of them, and that's why blah 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 blah. Now, what on earth is Catherine? She's referred to as essentially she herself is a Titan. But I feel like Titans are essentially, they used to be humans, but then they ascended and became gods of their respective castes. But then demigods are like, they are not fully a Titan yet. They are in between, like from mortal to Titan. Demigods are in between.
No,
but then because she's technically, like, I don't know if Cav is considered the in-betweenie, or is she just straight up a Titan just because her sister is, and now they're like two sides of the same coin. It's like I don't fully get her arc, but at the same time, I can get where the direction is going. And now that she's completed her trial and became the demigod of death, she had to stay in the Netherrealm to continue her job as like the guider of dead people, essentially. She now lives in purgatory, essentially. It's like before she returned, due to whatever the hell Polixia did, the dead can't really be reincarnated and they just stuck there dead for millennia. I think, I could be wrong, I could be totally wrong. And then we skip back to the next one. So eventually he's made a deal with Cav and be like, I'll help you find your origins and all that, I'll help you answer who you truly are. In exchange, you're gonna help me. Because in the process of Cav finding out her origin, it also answers a Nexus theories. And his theory is the whole like, oh, the Quadrant pairs are just future Titans. And this whole thing is a cycle. And that final will lead us all to a great future because he's gonna be the next Titan. Yeah, but I think that's what's going on. That's why he's like laughing so manically at the end. That's why he has so much confidence in final. He knows this dude is gonna be the next world-bearing Titan. And with Finon in charge, the world will be a better place. And I think that's what he believes in. I think that's his theory. It could be more. I'm pretty sure there's more. I just forgot. And then, because he's also so damn close to the Netherrealm due to essentially be a dead man walking, he found Cav arriving in the Netherrealm, blah blah blah, proving his theory correct, blah blah blah, the cycle, blah blah blah, the Titans, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah, and then he achieved, what's the word? It's like he achieved truth. His theory, his hypothesis has been proven correct. Boom. Now he overdid the whole thing with, like, I fused my soul with both Furfies and Catharies, like that, which is a taboo. But then it's revealed that Catharies' ability is that, okay, the whole of Enforus is a region, a world made from memories. Catharies' memories. So when a new cycle began, everyone would lose their memories. And it will all be reset, except Catharies. And that's the fuel of this whole world, essentially. But by the power of Catharies' memories, It's like everyone will forget everything when the cycle resets, except one dude. And it's thanks to this one dude that Amphorius can become Amphorius. And that's also how he found out about the path cycle. Because there's only one person that still remembers about the path cycle that he has access to, which is Cavalry himself. Because Polyphia is in the Netherrealm. Wait. If Polyphia's in the Netherrealm, why can't he just find Polyphia instead? Or maybe Polyphia doesn't exist unless Cass goes to the Netherrealm himself. I don't know. Okay, this whole part, this entire story is just kinda hard for the amateur brain to understand. I'm gonna be honest here. It's not for the faint of heart to understand. I'll need to go to Reddit later just to get someone to like define the story in simple words. So this is like harder to digest compared to 3.1. 3.1 was straightforward essentially. 3.0 is also kind of straightforward. Here is where like they revealed a bunch of shit, you know, and as with Hoyo game, the reveal a bunch of shit part is too much. A lot got revealed. Even the third path got revealed. Because previously we don't know what the third path is. We just know there's a third path. So we just know. I don't think I'll do this today. Or maybe I will. Maybe I'll show you a bit of the current 5th anniversary event. I know it's a shift of tone from the huge ass story quest, but guess what? We have to do this right now. Holy shit, I'm rich. Yeah, just the event. I won't go into details about the event at all. Don't expect me to go into details. A friend has sent fragments to me. Ah. Can I send people my fragments too? Send fragments. Okay. Before I send fragments, let me introduce you to my buddies Kombucha, Miso, Kimchi, and one more. Where is it? They only let me pin 3 accounts. That's the problem. Tofu, yeah. Tofu, and then kimchi, miso, and kombucha. Yeah, so these are my buddies, aka my side accounts. I named them after fermented food because I usually just leave them to ferment for like at least a whole patch so that they can assist me in getting all the thingamajigs in like the come with me, take this journey, that kind of event. Because I gave up, okay? I gave up looking for returnees to help me. I'll just handle it myself. Hold on, let me see, like, where did that friend go? The one that sent me stuff. I want to send them stuff as well. Shit. Do I have this? Do I not have fragments to send people? I thought I can just send like my fuck? I only have heard of Safe Station Fragment, man. Okay. I need to return the flavor. I can't just leave them like this. Okay, essentially this event is, it's a bit like Cookie Clicker. It's not really Cookie Clicker, it's more like cookie swipe, get coins, buy, click, make money. Consume 100 diamonds. Oh yeah, there's a gacha system as well, because of course there is. Give me. That's cool. That's cool. Hey! Alright, nice. No, but his booth is with Towpath and Chair. I don't have Towpath. I don't have Jiaoqiu either. This one I can use because I have Firefly. Can I buy more territory? I don't have enough money. Expensive VOD. God. Okay, you know what? I have to complete these. Consume 100. So let me just pull all these. I want to spam pull. You know what? Let's just golden invite. Let's just pull something. Alright, done. Make one golden invite. I just did. Okay, done. So what's this? Met expert. In return, send him a miniature token. There's room for improvement. I don't want to be rude to Will. So the pirates can read them. Yes! Yes, well, you should totally add a restroom inside the mecha. 110. Okay. I'm just gonna level. Can I just level everyone 10 times? I have money. Okay, that's what I asked. Find one special gift. Oops. Like a quicker frenzy. Need 4 more of these so that I can return it to the friend that helped me. 2 golden invitation proof. Can't you just somehow give me another free golden ticket? I swear this event is more fun on mobile. It kinda hurts my arm, not gonna lie. Oh, what's this? Oh shit. I need to use facial. I'll sorry, but you can't touch the anymore. Why not keep it? Yeah. You know what? Let's just go. They want me to use facial. Okay, fine. There we go. Do I have jumps? Oh shit, I do. Oh. My bad. And now I'm broke. Do we to continue? No. Pull this one. Activate the bond. Can't buy new territory. Okay. Hold on. So Jiaochu with orange, if one blue, also orange. Let me just deliver these tasks, and then you have to. Yeah, I know. Shut up. Oh, okay. So I'll have to switch. Just is blue, right? I don't think we can do anymore. Damn, this is such a fun event, am I right? I can barely feel my mouth anymore. Man, I need to raise my revenue. How? Revenue from all booths. Damn. That's actually not a bad skill. What's him? Market area. That's kind of overpopulated. Market area is populated. I need someone to take over here. Sunday and Himiko. That's commemorative area. Is there anyone that can fit at the commemorative area? What about Rapper? Rapper's not bad. Maybe I'll raise Rapper. Listen here, emo man. I'm here to un-emo you. I don't want to read too much. I just want to read the funny one. Oh god, what is this? Oh shit! It would have been so much easier if I'm on mobile. You know what, yeah. You know what, can we upgrade, upgrade like the Darth one. Wait, I need 2 to level 1. Okay. Let me just switch. Upgrade, I need 2 deployed to level 185. Let me deal with this. I need more money! Okay, to be completely serious, my eyes do hurt because of this thing. I know I need to do this, but I really do not have enough money. I'm just here to finish up the 4th competition day. Oh! What? I didn't gain that much at all? I didn't mean to claim that. Usually what I would do is I leave the rewards to like the very last claim. Because I just felt like it. Yeah, I just want that's what the 4 burner accounts are for. But yeah, stream until here. Stream until here. I need to go to sleep. Will I stream tomorrow? Probably not. I don't know when the next stream is. I mean, if I felt like it, it could be tomorrow. If I don't feel like it, maybe next week. But yeah, I'll probably explore the 2 new maps on my own time, off camera. But yeah, today's until here. Maybe you'll see the VOD. Hopefully you'll see the VOD. Hopefully like 8 hours of content do not go to waste. Yeah, bye bye.